or live. The news is next.
Aren't born yesterday. There's Consumer Cellular, where you get exceptional value like talk, text, and data for only $20 a month and connect to 99% of the U.S. population. Premium wireless for less.
Watch this. I think we're VIP.
Wow,
He does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you.
I did for a second, but that's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
A man sniffs his Downy Wash shirt, evoking memories of his past.
Freshness and softness you never forget with Downy.
Audible is the best place to listen. And now with Audible Plus, stream exclusive originals, popular audiobooks, binge-worthy podcasts, and more like our full sleep collection. Stream all you want when you want. Try the new Audible Plus, free for 30 days. Go to audible.com today.
Colbert's got former speaker John Boehner tonight on CBS.
Hey, boss, we got a situation.
Jill. Boss, you know this woman?
Officer Valle claims he was assaulted. You doubt his word.
Can't report what I didn't see.
That wasn't the question.
A new Blue Bloods, next Friday, 10/9 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
Of Eyewitness News. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru confidence in motion. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
New at 11 tonight, a 14-year-old Fresno girl is being remembered. Brianna Gomez was shot and killed back in January. Tonight, a vigil is being held in her honor, and Fresno artist Omar Superhuerta is adding her image to a mural at Sea and Tuolumne. CBS 47's AJ Cotto joins us live. AJ, still no arrests in this case.
Ken, I talked to police earlier today. They say there are no new developments and they're still following up on leads. But take a look. She is being remembered here tonight. You can see her portrait over there on the left being memorialized along other lives lost.
Nearly 4 months after 14-year-old Brianna Gomez was shot and killed, her portrait is now coming to life in front of family and friends who loved her.
She's going to be missed. She's missed every day, every day.
Brianna was walking home from a get-together in the early morning hours January 3rd when someone opened fire on her group, killing her and wounding another. Police have not made any arrests or named any suspects. Her mother is still too emotional to go on camera, but says Brianna was loving, joyful, and loud.
Now our house is just quiet. It's so unreal.
She says the day after her death, birthday presents she'd ordered for Brianna arrived in the mail.
Her birthday was not even 2 weeks after she passed away, and she was looking forward to her birthday, and well, she's had a whole life ahead of her.
Now Fresno artist Omar Superhuerta is painting 3 new portraits, including Brianna's, for families who lost loved ones. Dozens gathered for a vigil Friday to remember and look on.
Just gives them a place to come, in hopes that they can get a little bit of peace, so they're lost, not forgotten.
Those who knew Brianna say it hurts more knowing her killer is still out there, and ask anyone who knows anything to come forward.
It would mean the world. I mean, we do need justice for her.
And Huerta says the plan is to fill up this entire building with murals and then invite the families of all the victims out for a huge tribute. Reporting live in Fresno, AJ Cotto, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
AJ, thank you much. Tonight, a search is underway for a missing hiker in the Yosemite National Park. 51-year-old Ralph Elliott is believed to have gone on a day hike on Thursday to the Upper Yosemite Falls Overlook and Eagle Peak. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact park officials. Also tonight, a smash and grab robbery at Fresno's Fashion Fair Mall. Police say just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, 3 men entered a jewelry store. One used a hammer to smash a glass case. One of the suspects ran into the backyard of a home behind the mall. He was arrested by police. They say he's a juvenile. Tonight, a woman is in the hospital with gunshot wounds. Around 4 o'clock this afternoon, police were called to a parking lot at the Quality Inn on McKinley. That's near the Fresno airport. Police say a woman was shot several times. She's in critical condition at CRMC. The suspect is also a woman.
Both females were involved in some sort of a dispute. We do not know about what, and during that dispute, we do have witnesses that have confirmed that the one female did produce a weapon, a firearm, and shoot the other female.
The suspect was arrested by a Fresno police officer who was in the area at the time of the shooting. An eyewitness exclusive report. Former Fresno City Council member Oliver Baines breaks his silence after he was assaulted Wednesday night. He tells Eyewitness News the incident was taken wildly out of context. His friend and former Fresno police officer Raymond Eddy is facing felony charges over the alleged attack. Baines says he went to check on Eddy after getting some unusual text messages. He says shortly after he arrived, Eddy approached him with a gun.
Ray's a former police officer, and I know he carries a gun, so I didn't, to be quite honest with you, I didn't make much of it at the time. And I'm like, hey, man, is everything okay? What's going on? And immediately he grabs me, he puts the gun up underneath my neck.
Baines wants the public to know that he feels that his friend is not well. He says that Eddy has had a difficult year, recently going through a divorce and being out of work. In the South Valley, Tulare County Sheriff's deputies have identified a suspect in a shooting in Tipton. They are now looking for 19-year-old Andrew Rodriguez of Pixley. Back on April the 11th, the man was shot several times on Avenue 120 west of Highway 99. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Andrew Rodriguez is asked to contact the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. A K-9 unit with the Fresno Police Department that was stabbed during a domestic violence incident is back on the job. CBS 47's Medeiros Babb has more on the return of Argo.
Argo is still recovering, but it was clear by his body language today that he was ready to be back on the job. Jumping for joy, 2-year-old police K-9 Argo eager to get back to catching criminals after almost 2 weeks off.
For him, it's like he never even left. He was getting a little stir crazy.
Back on April 10th, the Fresno Police Department says a domestic violence suspect stabbed Argo at least 6 times.
We are fortunate that that we believe that the officer could have been seriously harmed, maybe even died, by this attack if it wouldn't have been from the K-9.
His handler, Brian Sturgeon, amazed with his co-worker.
A miraculous dog. I mean, he did everything I could have ever dreamt and more during that, and he's been a great partner.
The K-9 in high spirits after his surgery and rocking a new hairdo as he meets Fresno's top cop.
It just builds character, right?
Argo ready to get back to sniffing out criminals and out on the streets.
It's all heart. That's what they live for, is work and absolutely loyal to the end.
Argo has been with the police department for the last 1.5 years on patrol, and he is also working on training so he'll be able to locate explosives. Reporting from downtown Fresno, Medeiros Babb, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
In tonight's coronavirus coverage, because fewer people are getting the COVID-19 vaccine, Fresno County is working harder to reach out to underserved communities. Requests for the vaccine have dropped off considerably, so now some vaccine providers are trying a more targeted approach, including mobile events and extended hours.
We're going to start working on Sunday events. So now that churches are in session, we're going to start working with communities and churches and see if we can start going to them, and while they're having in-person services, we can have a vaccine event at the same time.
Fresno County is now in the orange tier with more businesses reopening and fewer restrictions being imposed. A reminder, we do have a coronavirus resource page. It's on our website, yourcentralvalley.com, and includes resources from federal health officials. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, we have your Pinpoint weather forecast as we head into the weekend. Plus, a country music star sets a date for his concert in Fresno. We have more in the plans for Luke Bryan. And CBS 47 Sidelines is coming up. We have your local high school football highlights straight ahead.
Got your back?
Everybody needs some help.
CBS 47.
He's not true to his customers.
Treated unfairly?
I was calling them over and over for 5 months.
Turn to us.
My son was worried that I might get really sick.
You have concerns.
Unemployment is stressful.
CBS 47 takes action when you need someone on your side.
47 on your side.
My side. My side.
Got the job done.
Thank you. CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us at yourcentralvalley.com. Eyewitness News investigates.
The 2021 Subaru Forester. A spacious interior with everything you need for confidence on the road ahead. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 33 miles per gallon. standard eyesight driver assist technology. Love.
Get 0% APR for 48 months on the new Subaru Forester at Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Former Speaker John Boehner.
Are you going to drink that bourbon or are you just going to look at it?
A Late Show tonight on CBS.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Midland Tractor. Now, your CBS 47 Pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. A warm start to the week, 79 today, above the average high temperature of 7. Are going to feel slightly cooler tomorrow, but still nice and warm in the 70s. But by Sunday, we're talking about a big cool down along with showers. So let's talk about that with your forecast. We're starting you out at midnight. Tonight, expect to be partly cloudy, pretty quiet, a slight breeze. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Throughout the day tomorrow, the clouds are going to increase. So by the end of the day, partly to mostly cloudy skies. So that's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. During tomorrow night, mainly later in the overnight hours, we're going to start to see some of the showers moving into the valley, the snow in the mountains. So here's 7 o'clock on your Sunday morning, mostly in the North Valley is where we'll see that chance of early morning showers. And then throughout the day on Sunday, we'll see a couple of scattered showers. So that's 7 o'clock on Sunday evening. Rainfall forecast numbers through 7 o'clock Sunday evening. Some of you creeping a little closer to that 1/4 inch mark, mainly in the North Valley. We will see a few more showers into Sunday night, so that may push some of you closer to a 1/2 inch. So locally higher amounts up to a 1/2 inch. If you are in the foothills, 1/2 inch to 1 inch from the storm system through early Monday. For the winter weather, in pink we have the winter storm warning. This is in effect for Fresno County mountains northward, including Yosemite National Park. This will start at 2 a.m. Sunday, lasting until 11 o'clock on Monday morning for areas above 6,000 feet. Winter weather advisory will be in effect for our Tulare County mountains, again, early Sunday morning through Monday morning, areas above 6,000 feet. So a nice late season storm system for us. Overnight lows tonight, 52 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Again, a little bit of a breeze at times. And then tomorrow, temperatures nice and warm, 76 in Fresno. Same goes for Visalia, Madera 75, Oakhurst 74, Shaver Lake 58. We're really going to see the changes Sunday. Here's your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Pollens, oak, birch, and poplar, medium-high levels tomorrow, and then low-medium for your Sunday and Monday. Here's your extended forecast. We will drop all the way back to 60 on Sunday with those showers, but we will quickly warm next week. Monday, breezy 68, Tuesday 70s, Wednesday 80s, 90s by Thursday and Friday. In the Sierra, again, we will have the winter storm warning and the winter weather advisory above 6,000 feet, but snow levels down to 5,000 feet both Sunday and Monday. We are going to warm throughout next week with sunshine, 70 by Friday. There's your forecast. We'll send it back to Ken.
Lauren, thank you. Well, if you're looking for work, there's a section on our website that can help you find a job. Here's a look at some of the current listings on the job corner. They include an opening for a commercial truck driver, a carpet cleaning technician, and a paving crew. You can find these jobs and others on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Just click on the tab that says Jobs. New at 11, singer Luke Bryant is hitting the road with his rescheduled Proud to Be Here tour. He'll be playing at the Save Mart Center on Friday, October the 15th. Tickets for his previously scheduled shows will be honored at this event, and fans can also buy new tickets online. Well, it's Friday night, time for high school football action. Andrew Martin and Scott Bemis have scores and highlights from all across the Central Valley. CBS 47 Sidelines is next.
CBS 47 is previewing your team's pick from the 2021 draft in Cleveland. See what fans have to cheer about, the biggest names in college football, and the pro teams who want them. Cleveland rocks the draft, April 24th at 5 on CBS 47. Sponsored by Toyota.
Hunger. It lets you know you're hungry. For 100% charbroiled Angus beef and A1 sauce. It's steakhouse flavor without all the fuss. Try the Steakhouse Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
If you're dealing with anxiety, depression, relationship troubles, Omega Mental Health can help you reshape what you think about therapy. If you're covered by Medi-Cal through CalViva or Anthem Blue Cross, our telehealth and phone sessions will guide you toward your goals. Omega allows you to resolve conflict. Solution-focused meetings. Contact us today for insurance and appointment information. Omega Mental Health, first for lasting peace of mind.
Right now, at More Furniture for Less, you can choose the savings that work for you.
Our spring styles have arrived, and you can choose 72 months interest-free financing.
Or an additional 20% off our already low prices.
The style and selection you love at More Furniture is even better when you can choose how you want to save.
And with 72 months to pay or an additional 20% off, you're sure to find the spring looks you love at an exceptional value.
Free shop all our spring arrivals at morefurniture.com.
Where can you find hope? Hope that will help you manage the stress and anxiety brought on by COVID-19. Hope lives here in California at Cal Hope. Wherever you are, whenever you need to talk to someone, call the Cal Hope Warm Line at 833-317-HOPE. That's 833-317-4673. And visit calhope.org. Hope lives here.
What flavors are you chasing? Hand-seasoned Angus beef? A1 sauce? Words written in cursive? Luxury you eat with your hands. Try the Steakhouse Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
Fresno Lexus will deliver an approved online deal right to your driveway.
Tonight on this final spring edition of CBS 47 Sidelines, a bronze pig on the line as Fresno and Roosevelt renew their rivalry, a good one in the CMAC as Sanger visits Memorial. Plus, Reedley looks to keep its perfect season going, and you'll meet a soccer star from Fresno who eye on the bouncing football, because CBS 47 Sidelines starts right now.
What's up, Central Valley? Scott Bemis and Julia Lopez here in for Andrew Martin, and welcome to the final spring edition of CBS 47 Sidelines. Yeah, some school districts choosing not to play at all this spring, Julia.
Yeah, that's right, and others already wrapping up their seasons last week. Fresno Unified, though, one of the districts still playing.
And that's where we start, with the 92nd edition of the Little Pig Game, which also happens to be our Grupetti Automotive Family Game of the Week. Yeah, always a special night when longtime rivals Fresno and Roosevelt get together. Now, this is the 91st battle for the Bronze Pig, but the 92nd game between them. The rivalry goes back to 1930. The Pig Game always bringing out some great signs like these two right here. And both sides honoring their seniors, including those in cheer and those in band as well. All right, second quarter, 20-15 Roosevelt. They get the screen out to senior running back John E. O'Neill, and with the help of the big boys, Alfonso Perez and Ken Rivera, he's inside the 20, inside the 10. Whoa! Loses the ball, but tight end Jose Herrera saves the day. Recovers it near the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown. Two-pointer, no good. So it's 26-15 Rough Riders. And on the Riders' opening possession of the third quarter, head coach Vince Brandstetter, and former Bulldog and offensive coordinator, he's a former Bulldog, and his offensive coordinator is Anthony McCoy, a former NFL tight end. And look what they come up with, a little trickery. To his running back, then to his senior receiver, Jody Theus. The Riders in great shape. A few plays later, O'Neill punches it in for another score. That gave Roosevelt a 17-point lead, and they go on to win 39-15 in the Pig Game. It's the Rough Riders' fourth straight win in the series.
Our director, Alex, happy about that one. A CMAC battle at San Joaquin Memorial tonight. Panthers hosting the Sanger Apaches. Pick it up third quarter, Memorial up a touchdown. Sanger in the red zone and going for it on fourth down. Apaches convert. John Pena to Isaiah Bessariel. That's a 10-yard touchdown. Game is tied at 14. Fourth quarter now, Memorial in the red zone and going for it on the fourth down. TJ Hall keeps it. He moves the chains. That sets up this guy, Jordan Hornbeek, the future Fresno State Bulldog, scores from 7 yards out. Memorial retakes the lead, but the Apaches finish it off. They score two more. They win 28-21.
Maybe a minor upset there. Now, before the Pig Game tonight, Bullard and Madera playing an afternoon game at McLean. They've been doing those doubleheaders. Senior day for the Knights players and cheer squad. In about a quarter and a half, there wasn't much offense. Good tackle there. Bullard would break through. Junior quarterback Roland Russo to another junior, Dazon Allen. It's 7-0 Knights. Ensuing Bullard possession, they're on the move again. Russo to another junior, Jalen Utendall on the for the turf monster gets him. Oh. But a few plays later, it's one of those Bullard seniors, Tavon Walker, bulldozing his way into the end zone, so they score anyways. The Knights lead 14-0 at the half, win it 28-0. They're 3-2. They're going to close out the spring season next week against Edison.
You gotta love that spin move. After 2.5 years of planning and 10 months of construction, then having football canceled because of the pandemic this fall, Madera South's new on-campus football stadium, Stallions, tonight. Senior night for the Madera South Stallions as they hosted Hanford West. And take a look at their new digs. Absolutely gorgeous. The Stallions would start strong. First quarter, Jake up the middle for the big gain, which would set up this 2-yard score by Angelo Moreno. Hanford West's defense would show a little life as Kai Delphin, right here in the scrum, strips the ball, number 42, and runs it back to the Stallions 14. But Madera South would make the stop. Later in the second half, the Stallions would strike with the ball on the 35. Christian Marroquin would keep it, breaks a few tackles, and takes it in for the score.
The whole thing is new, from the turf to the bleachers on both sides. We got new track, all-weather track. We have 2 bathrooms on both sides of the stadium. We have a snack bar. The snack bar also accommodates our softball complex. We have a great press box, 3 rooms in the press. Feels at home. We are at home. First true home game in our own home stadium. It's amazing.
Oh, we've waited a long time, that we've practiced and seemed like we've played forever on it, but it's been a few years. But the way the COVID experience hit in March, we didn't get a chance. Walkers broke it in nicely, both boys and girls, and we love this place. I mean, it gives the kids a feeling that, you know, this school district, Madera Unified, really cares, and they take care of us in athletics and in school, and we love our district for this.
Yeah, great night all around for Madera South. All right, just getting started on this spring edition of CBS 47 Sidelines. Coming up, we head to Reedley, where the Pirates were looking to keep their unbeaten spring going against a pretty good Sunnyside squad. And as we go to break, here's a look at those scores again.
And you're watching CBS 47.
Paul Mitchell, the school Fresno, is proud to be moving future cosmetologists and barbers forward toward their goals. We're supporting them through distance learning with continuing education for barbering and cosmetology careers. Paul Mitchell, the school Fresno. We'll see you soon.
Visit Fresno Acura for attractive offers on the RDX.
Registration is now open for parents seeking to enroll their child in Fresno Unified's free early learning programs, including dual immersion. Children who turn 4 by December 2nd, 2021 can begin pre-kindergarten for the 2021 through 2022 school year. Don't hesitate, register now, because children who start school early build an important foundation for success. To learn more about registration, visit FresnoUnified.org.
Say hello to the northern members of the Grappetti Automotive family. Visalia Ford, Visalia Hyundai, and Visalia Buick GMC. 4 of our 7 automotive brands, all in one place on Ben Maddox Way, north of Freeway 198. Experience a level of convenience and customer care that has made us the Valley's leading new car provider for 25 years. You can count on us.
If you're feeling separated, anxious, or lonely right now, Alpha Behavioral Counseling Center wants you to know you're not alone. If you're covered by Medi-Cal through CalViva or Anthem Blue Cross, we invite you to use our telehealth and phone session services for individuals, families, and children. Alpha Behavioral your new support. Contact us today for insurance and appointment information. Alpha Behavioral Counseling Center. First for lasting peace of mind.
Visit Fresno Acura for attractive offers on the RDX.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
Solar power not only saves you money, but it's good for the environment.
Reduce your carbon footprint while powering your home. Call Bratton Solar for zero emissions energy today.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who know.
Immediate information from CBS 47. Download the yourcentralvalley.com app.
All right, let's begin in Reedley at the Emmanuel Sports Complex. Looking for Scott Bemis out there.
Kind of a big deal to Emmanuel, apparently.
He is, yeah. It's just the second game of the season for the Eagles, hosting the Dust Palace Broncos. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. Emmanuel with some trickery, the nice hook and ladder. Michael Kawagoa with a few yards here, the senior offensive lineman who plays defense. Doesn't get to do that very often. That would lead to this. Eagles Hector Davila with a spin move and dives for the pylon for the touchdown near side. Emmanuel up 14-7. But take a look at this play. Broncos QB Trent Calvert takes it himself, but the ball comes loose. Miguel Padero pounces on it, gets some extra yards, and sets up this easy touchdown for Calvert. He literally jogs it in, ties things up at 14. Both teams with solid quarterbacks here. Emmanuel answers with this. Davila fakes the handoff, turns on the Jets. He gets loose all the way to the house. This one was a high-scoring game, but in the end, Dos Palos comes out on top, 47-35.
All right, even with the shortened season and no football season, going to go down as a memorable one for Reedley.
Yeah, the program, which went winless as recently as 2016, has shown improvement in each year since then. And this year's team with a chance to win the North Yosemite League title outright with a win over Sunnyside tonight. And I got to say, they were a little camera shy tonight, 4-0 Reedley. Also trying to keep their undefeated season going as well. It was senior night for 23 Pirates. They have a huge senior class. The beginning of this game wasn't too pretty. A ton of fumbles and turnovers with under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wildcats QB Ekin Vu runs it in for the score and makes it 7-zip Sunnyside. Reedley trying to get something going before halftime, but the ball gets tipped and goes right into the hands of a Wildcat, number 6 with a pick 6. Senior DB Malachi Hall takes it all the way. They get the 2-point conversion, go up 15-zip, but you know what? Reedley wouldn't go down quietly. In fact, you know, not with the title on the line. We didn't get any Reedley touchdowns with our cameras there, but our guy Danny Jimenez did.
Way to go, Danny.
Yeah. Down with under 3. Come back to win it 22-15. They finished perfect on the season, and what a way to close it out for those 23 seniors. They are your North Yosemite League champs.
Right there, it just shows you how important this spring season was. All right, back in Fresno, Sunnyside Stadium being used today for the McLean Hoover game. Sign in the stand says, go number 10, go. That's Herman Zamora Alvarado. He plays both ways. Nice tackle here, keeping the Patriots from getting a first down. But on Hoover's next possession, Fabian Villatoro gets a first down and more. Look at number 2, go. Watch him run, gets all the way inside the Highlanders' 10-yard line. But on the very first play inside the 10, Villatoro fumbles. Luis Juarez recovers for McLean. Highlanders go on to win a defensive slugfest, 15-8 the final. Well, scheduling's kind of been a mess because of COVID in the West Sierra League. So Firebaugh and Coalinga actually playing for the second time in 3 weeks tonight. The Toads won the first game at Firebaugh 22-21. That was on April 2nd. They jumped out to the early lead again tonight. Jet Garcia all the way from. Then later in the quarter, nice play from the Eagles here on 3rd and 10. Andres Altamirano scrambling, finding Michael Espinoza. Nice throw, nice catch. But there wasn't enough of that for Firebaugh tonight. Later, more Horn Toads. Still the best name in the Valley, by the way, if you ask me. That's Danny Pereira for the big game. The Toads now 4-1 here in the spring.
I think you just like saying that name.
Toads.
About 46 miles up Highway 33, Mendota visiting Tranquility. According to Max Preps, these two teams have only played 3 games combined. Third quarter, Aztec CJ Ceja finds Devin Murphy across the middle for the first down. Next play, the handoff to Chris Mejia, who takes it up the middle, runs it in for the score. Fourth quarter now, Tigers Max Torres. The end zone. Defensive pass interference is declined. Touchdown Tranquility, but it's Mendota that wins 43-12.
All right, not done just yet here on CBS 47 Sidelines. Coming up, you'll meet a high school hotshot on the pitch who recently broke a school record at Roosevelt and has the Rough Riders thinking about making a little program history. And as we go to break, well, here's those scores again in case you missed them.
watching CBS.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah. Buick has Apple CarPlay. Where do I plug in?
It's wireless.
That's so you.
Well, it's kind of busy.
Oh, I got this with my superpowers.
And a little help from your Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Current eligible non-GM lessees get this low-mileage lease on this 2021 Buick Encore GX for around $159 per month.
Visit SenCalBuick.com today.
At Golden One, we know the only way this whole thing works is if we work together, each doing our small part for the benefit of each other. Because that's what it means to belong to Golden One Credit Union, a community built by people invested in one another, accomplishing more with our money together than we ever could by ourselves. So if you believe in the power of people over profit, join us at Golden One.
This Rally's Candy Bacon Mother Cruncher Chicken Sandwich is for Erin. Because if she gets this car back fast enough, she'll earn herself a sweet tip. So Rally's added some sweet on a crispy chicken Candy Bacon Mother Cruncher, Erin. After all, you've earned it. Free delivery fee when you use our new rewards app.
Your electric bill keeps going up. The cost of solar has gone way down. And there's a solar tax credit. It's time to go solar with local veteran-owned Semper Solaris now and get all the benefits. $100 downloadable coupon, $500 military and first responder discount, and zero down, zero interest, zero payments till 2022. Call now or visit SemperSolaris.com. That's SemperSolaris.com.
Everything in our garage is inspired by our racing spirit. Race in for a great deal on the Honda Pilot. Only at the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event.
All right, welcome back. Now, one of the things we like doing on Friday nights is introducing you to an outstanding high school athlete who's making headlines around the Valley. Julia, something we like to call
High School Hotshot.
I like it. This week, we went to Roosevelt High School in Fresno. Julia, always understated, by the way, to catch up with soccer star Alexandra Guillen-Barone. Now, squad and a captain the last 2 years. With her leading the charge, the Rough Riders were off to a 10-2 start this season and thinking about a first-ever Central Section championship, which could be within their reach. Now, Alex was introduced to the game by her father at a young age, and on Monday of this week, she scored her 76th career goal. Good for 12 years.
I was about to cry, you know, when I scored that goal, my last goal, it was just amazing, you know. I start crying kind of because, you know, it just feels good, you know. I never thought I was gonna get this, you know, to this level. So it means a lot. It means a lot.
She's just, you know, her work ethic is just, she doesn't know quit. She just goes and goes and goes. And her type of athlete you dream of coaching.
Now get this, Alex scored 12 goals as a freshman, 27 as a sophomore, 25 as a junior, and already in just 12 games here as a senior, 12 goals already. Now she's going to continue her soccer journey at Fresno City College next season, where she'll also become the first person in her family to go to college. Way to go, Alex. Now, a reminder, if you missed your team's highlights tonight or just want to see them again, the place to go is yourcentralvalley.com. You'll also be able to find us on the CBS 47 Facebook page. All right. CBS 47 Sidelines. Don't know if we'll ever have a chance to do it again. It was fun. now we turn our attention to pretty much every other sport that's being played right now, right? I mean, there's plenty of high school sports going on right now.
Absolutely, yeah. It is just, it's crazy because it was so dead for a long time, and then it all comes back. And nice to see high school football. Congrats to them, 23 seniors, and for them to come back and win 22-15, that's huge.
Yeah, Reedley Pirates. I think they were the story of the spring. And Buchanan football as well. All right, we'll see them back in the fall, though there are a few more games next week as well. We just want to have a show for it. All right, we'll see you next time here on CBS 47 Sidelines. Good night.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook.com.
It's Metro.